in to the DNVR Avalanche post-game show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR. We sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. Dr. Dubs back in the building for the Avalanche. Jesse, Rudo, and Blaise coming to you live as the Avs get their first post-All-Star break win. Some may say salvage the on-the-road trip. That's what some people say.
That works, yeah.
Definitely people say that. They do get 3 of 6 points on the road trip. A big win for them in that regard, for sure. A fun hockey game all the way around as well, as I get the honor of trying to fit it all into 60 seconds.
Woo!
So I'm going to do my best. Dominant first period from Colorado, probably their best since the All-Star break. They score 2 goals, one shorthanded from Logan O'Connor, the other coming from Matt Nieto. Then things got crazy from the second period onward. This was an extremely high-octane game for both teams. I believe the shot total ended up around 95 or so. Ridiculous. Just action. I don't know how else to put it. Florida pushes hard the first 10 of the second. They get both goals back. One C&I shot from Ekblad might have been tipped. One you'd probably like Georgiev to stop to get it tied. But the Avs answer right back with top human Devon Towes getting it back to 3-2. And ultimately Nathan MacKinnon coming through on the power play to get their 2-goal lead back. The third, not a turtle. To be clear, not a turtle from Colorado. It was just more action. Florida gets one late to make it 4-3. The Avs get the empty netter to make it 5-3, and we all go home happy. All right. Made it, all right? We'll get into more detail here as we actually break things down all the way through. Let's take it from the top here. You got exactly what you wanted in response to last game from Colorado in the first period of this one. Hard to ask for much better.
Well, don't forget, right off the bat, though, started a little dicey.
Of course. You know, it's not a hockey game without a little bit of dice from Colorado.
Yep.
But
Got a little bit of dice. World Series of dice.
is that a thing?
Dave Chappelle. Old Chappelle show skit reference.
I've watched a lot of Chappelle, and that one I missed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a great. Yeah. The World Series of Dice. Go watch that.
I'll
Later.
have to check it.
Where they get robbed.
Yeah. The game always ends in them getting robbed.
It sounds vaguely familiar. But
You'll turn it on and be like, oh yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But look, I think. All right, let's start here. I don't think Georgiev had the best game ever, but he made the saves he needed to make.
He had a really interesting game because I thought he was kind of like Bowen Byram last game, where he had some real high peaks. And then, so really, the first goal, the seeing eye shot that kind of beats him. So I wrote in my piece, like, that one I don't put on him. I know that's a tough one to track. And I get it, and I'm willing to say, you know, that's just one that beats him. It was the second goal that I didn't like. I actually thought Curtis McDermott did a decent job of keeping Sam Bennett relatively to the outside. I saw the look of panic on your face. Yeah, it's coming out on this side too.
It's just broken. I don't know.
I was trying to continue talking, but I was like, yeah, something's going wrong over here.
Like, surely I'll just tighten this up while Jesse's talking. No.
It was when I saw like the 7th revolution. I was like, what's happening over there?
This isn't getting tighter.
I thought McDermott did a decent job of keeping Bennett to the outside and out of a dangerous scoring area. And that to me was just kind of like I'm going to throw this on net. There's no one coming down the slot to take away you shouldn't be cheating left. I just thought he was a little out of position. I didn't like that second one. Really, the other goals, I don't have an issue with Georgiev. I thought he was pretty good. It was that one, and the reason why you really winced at that one, because it's like, and there's the 2-goal lead.
Yep.
Gone. You did so many good things. Yeah, they get a fluky one, but how can you push back? And then for that next one to go in that I felt really was soft, that could have been a backbreaker. And I don't want to get too far ahead, but I loved the response from the Avs because that was a goal that I thought could have just crushed them, and that would have been really bad for Georgiev just individually as well, to be like, hey, man, we needed that save.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. I don't want to hate on Frankie. I don't want this to sound like I'm hating on Frankie because he's a very good goaltender.
Yeah.
The difference to me this year between Frankie and Georgiev might also give up the softie, but then he makes the saves he needs to throughout the rest of the game to give the Avs the chance to win.
Yeah. And you know, that's what we've talked about so much going back to Varlamov, right? I remember that was always something big with Varlamov. If he gives up 2, you have to get to 3. He's not going to give up the 3rd.
Yep.
And I do feel like there is a little bit of that with Georgiev. I'm with you, dude. Again, I really like, we talked about it in the pregame, I really like Francouz. I think he's a very more than capable NHL goaltender. But yeah, it was nice that, hey, you had the one mess up. That's on Georgiev. He bounced back really nice.
Yep. Rewind it back to the first period. It took a shorthanded situation. It took, 39 games? But LOC finally off of the goal scoreless streak.
Yeah.
Finally gets one in the back of the net.
It does it in LOC fashion.
Yeah.
Off a rebound, just...
Well, off a rebound, but it's also short-handed. Like, how many short-handed breakaways does he get?
Well, hey,
he gets rewarded finally.
Right. And like, that is one thing, again, I wrote about was you've gone 39 games in between goals. Obviously, there's something you can be doing better. But, like, has anyone had, like, a hard issue with the way that O'Connor has played this season?
No.
And so, to your point, like, it was nice to see him get rewarded. And I do have to call out 2 things. One, Blaise's bets. You had LOC.
He went 3 for 3 tonight.
Went 3 for 3 tonight. The biggest one being LOC. And Cogliano picked up that puck, and I hit Blaise in the shoulder. I said, "Here's your LOC goal," and it just all came together.
All my gray ducks in a row.
Oh God! End the show. We'll just come on tomorrow and just read ads.
You got to go buy us shots for that. Like, what is the, get out?
You got to
of
go
here.
buy us a gray duck for that. Yeah.
No. What is that? What?
Tiff is describing a duck fart to us.
Yep.
Apparently, it's a drink. She asked me if I'd ever had one, and I was like,
Really, like if someone said, "Hey, you want a duck fart?" I'd probably say no.
yeah. And just based on the way you've already started to describe it, my answer would still be no.
Oh, it sounded pretty good.
You said Crown,
Crown
Bailey's,
and
and
Bailey's. That sounds okay.
Pass.
Yeah, the
You
chocolate's
pass on
not selling
everything,
me.
though, Jesse. Come on.
Blaise,
Come on.
leave me
Come
alone.
on.
So that I
gonna say, I don't know
had
why-
to
yeah.
separate these two.
Yeah.
All right.
He's actually wearing sunglasses because I punched him in the eye so hard during the game. He's got a nice shiner.
That was hard for you, too.
I had to get up on the couch and I had to jump off of the back, but I was able to get
Superman
there.
punch.
Yeah. I channeled my inner Kevin Bieksa, but also my inner WWE from the top ropes.
That one gets the Avs on the right foot, and it really felt like they kind of took momentum out of that
Yep.
and ran away with it in the first period. You get through, not the guy you expect to finish all that often, but Matt Nieto
Are the Ferns.
gets the second goal for Colorado.
I mean, he's in a great spot, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he finds the correct spot on the ice.
I'm probably going to go back and just take a screenshot of that. There are 5 red jerseys within sticks reach of him. Honestly, the fact that Matt Nieto scored that goal, like that should be, the Florida Panthers should just come in tomorrow and they should just have that up on the board. Like, we're going to talk through this before we do fucking anything.
And not to be discounted, credit to JT Compher for finding
Great
the pass
pass.
from behind the
A
net.
fantastic pass amongst all those bodies. To me, the part that's remarkable is that Matt Nieto, like, that wasn't even really like that contested of a shot for him to get it off. It was tough to get the puck in there, but for Matt Nieto, it was like, cool.
But he also found the soft spot. Like, he moved.
for
Like,
sure.
if you rewatch it, he just moves into that spot where there's no sticks there. It's like the one only spot that he could actually make a shot from.
Right.
He got to it.
Made it work.
Yeah.
Don't know how he snuck in there, but found a way. Unfortunately, it can never be easy with the Colorado Avalanche.
Does Jesse only wear shorts? I haven't worn shorts in like 6 months. I literally put these on today. I was like, oh, everyone's going to talk shit to me about wearing shorts when it's still winter. I was going to say, no.
Is it?
Jesse's a guy at school who always wears shorts even when it's snowing. Again, I haven't put on a pair of shorts out in public since like mid-August.
You just want to show off your. Is it gams or yams?
What?
It's gams.
It's gams.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to show off your gams.
See, this is how infrequently I wear shorts outside of the sun. I don't even know what the joke is. My knees, I stepped out into the sun and my knees it's like I haven't been outside in something not pants in literal months.
Unfortunately, not all good in the first period.
I've actually got very short legs, unfortunately.
Erik Johnson blocks, I guess we'll call it a shot.
Can't even reach this table.
EJ takes a shot off the ankle. Does not return to the hockey game.
Does not look good.
It looked like it hit him right here.
Yeah.
Right in the one spot from the waist down, you have like 2 total inches that aren't fully covered by padding, and that is where he took that puck.
Well, anything on the skate, unless you're wearing like the skate guards.
Some of these right here.
It hurts.
Yeah, dude.
There's nothing there. I mean, it's a piece of plastic.
Right. Well, and that's if everything lines up perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, I know Kale has like a a nice little gap where it's like, ooh.
I'd have to check. I honestly don't know. Do the Avs still wear the skate guards?
No.
Some people do.
Yeah.
But it's not. For a little while, they had the whole team doing it, and then like 3 people had them blow off their skate, and they couldn't finish their shift, basically.
So that was it. Yeah, that was a Patrick Waugh
Really?
rule. Yeah.
Interesting.
But they weren't allowed to call it that publicly because teams are not allowed to mandate equipment.
Yeah.
But that was a Patrick Waugh thing. Everyone's wearing skate guards. And then, enough guys had them blow off and step on them that they were like, yeah, we're done with this.
Unfortunate for EJ. Obviously, hope he's okay. We'll get updates once they get back to Colorado, I would assume. We said it on the pregame show. Avs might be wishing they could unwaive Brad Hunt right now. But it is what it is. Could have some impacts depending on how bad it is, but we don't know. Not going to speculate on that. Gonna move on.
He looked like he was in a lot of pain going down the tunnel. No weight on that left leg.
Like LTIR type of pain?
Bro, look, you and I talked about it. If that's a broken anything, you LTIR that dude immediately and just start making calls.
I will give a 4th to the Ducks right now for Dmitry Kulikov.
So seriously, you are talking about that. If that injury to Erik Johnson in this game is wave Gerard, what a ridiculous thing to say. If that is anything serious, that is multi-month.
Yeah.
You are now talking. You can add Kulikov and something
forward,
else,
whatever, yeah.
decent.
Yeah.
Like,
so
you've
A
obviously
Blackhawk, maybe? That might
or blue.
slot into
you can
2C.
do better
Or,
than Jack Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, just like, your options just, you could be talking about a shark at that point. Like, let's not rule anything out here.
Not Erik
if you're having to
Karlsson,
LTIR Erik Johnson.
Not like the Oilers.
No.
Also, a pretty fun fight between Andreas Englund and Victor Lomberg.
Yeah.
I'm pretty obviously not the guy who's about fighting in the NHL, but that one was a good one. They put together a good tilt.
So actually, Englund's had a couple good scraps this year, and I talked to him about his last one. I'm with you, Rudo. Like, if they, like, so that was one. Like, Englund didn't like the play. He didn't like the extra shove into the wall. They got up. There was nothing else going on in the play, and they dropped him. I'm fine with that. I'm also fine if it truly is like you're coming to a true defense of a teammate. I'm with you. I don't typically like it, but yeah, you like when you see a good one. And Longberg's a dude that almost killed Jacob McDonald last year.
Yep.
Scrappy little dude. The way he started that fight was interesting. He was like,
he tried to It's Saturday night UFC, so I don't know if he was like trying some jujitsu.
Yeah, he was trying to get his ground game going, and it was
Well, he's got to get in close.
He's got
He's going to win if it's a long
6-inch
game
height
there,
difference there, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, a fantastic first period, top to bottom for Colorado. You get into that second period, and Florida starts to push. They come back at the Avs pretty hard. The Avs do an okay job of surviving it for a while. And Jesse, I think you said it well. Not just Georgiev. I don't really have a problem with anybody on Florida's first goal. It's kind of just one of those goals that goes in on you. I don't know if it maybe it hits Girard in front and takes a weird bounce. I don't have a ton to say about that one.
Everyone had their guy. Like that's just one of those ones where it's like he didn't see it. What do you want anybody to do differently on that play? And I think the answer is nothing, and the puck still goes in. Like
it was a quality shot too. It wasn't like a bad
wasn't a low
shot
percentage shot. No, it was on net. It was hard.
Yeah,
he put it in the top corner.
Right.
It was it was labeled corner.
Clean.
Yeah.
Just hard to say a whole lot about that. So instead, I will let all of y'all know about our sponsor, Breckenridge Brewery, the official beer of DNVR. They're giving away the ultimate fan experience to the Colorado versus LA game on March 9th. That means row 5 tickets to the game. You also get 2 free DNVR shirts. You get access to Club Lexus. And maybe the most important part, you get a parking pass.
Yeah.
For anyone who's ever had to leave Ball Arena, knowing that you're in the Lexus lot and you literally just get to drive out and leave while everyone else is in line, kind of a big deal.
Yeah. But and maybe most importantly, down in Club Lexus, you'll get to see me walk by after the game.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
QR code is on the screen there to enter the ultimate fan experience. Make sure you are following DNVR, Avalanche, and Breckenridge Brewery on Twitter to enter. Hope you win, because we are sold out of party bus tickets. Now, you can't get game tickets, but if you want to come on the bus with us and you already have tickets, just $20. This is a different game, to be clear. This is February 25th.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
The Kadri return game. So if you want to come see Kadri, come home in action. Yeah, he's home here now. Shut up, Toronto.
That's right.
If you want to see it, you can get tickets, $20, cheaper than parking at the place. You get free beers on the bus ride over and back. You get to party with us at the bar. It's a great time to be on the party bus and have some fun with the DNVR gang. Also brought to you by Illegal Pete's. They are doing happy hour all day for Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow.
Sick.
So go get your drink on at Illegal Pete's. Get yourself some delicious burritos. A fantastic place to pregame. So you can come to the DNVR bar. Afterward, we open at 3. There's one just a couple blocks down the way. So it works out perfectly. Go check out Illegal Pete's. They have a bunch of fresh ingredients, delicious burritos all the way around. It makes me sad when I come in and here has gotten Illegal Pete's.
Yeah,
when I come up here and smell it and I'm like, oh, I should have gone there.
Mm-hmm.
Darn.
Yeah.
Anyway, get over to Illegal Pete's as we get into the second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast. The second goal. I mean, Georgiev's just got to have that one, right? Not that... I'm sure Blaise just chomping at the bit to tell us about how Girard messed this up, but...
Look, I'm not a Girard hater, but, like...
No, I know.
You got to call it out when it happens, right? Like, you know who you're paired with. You're going up the ice, right? You have a wide-open man in Ben Rodriguez sitting on the blue line. No one's contesting him. He's out there by himself. He just needs to move that puck and kind of hold back. Instead, he skates straight into the other 2 defensemen and kind of gets pushed off the puck a little bit there, and it's pushed back the other way. I mean, that's what starts that whole, like, sequence that you see where it's McDermott left out to dry. No one picks up Sam Girard's spot. So it's, basically he's just left out there to try to stop that, and it does not go well for him.
It's one of those moments where, like, we talk about it all the time, how it's easy to point to, like, the last mistake as being the mistake that leads to a goal. And as much as we can say, I don't like Georgiev giving that one up, and that is still true. This is an example of, like, if you make the right play 15 seconds earlier, you're never even there. You're never even in this room.
Yeah.
And, you'd still like, again, we talk about all the time, this is why you pay a goaltender. You'd like to see him bail the Avs out a bit there, but...
If Sam Bennett walks in and rips one far side, barring in on him, you go, oh, okay, well, that's a great shot. You really don't like to see a goalie get beat short side on sharp angles like that. You'd really like to see them be on the angle and there just be nothing to shoot.
and my issue...
Yeah, Ben, my bad.
So I was going to call you out for that, but then I thought, well, no, maybe I misheard it, and he just said Evan really fast.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, there's no way Blaise is that stupid, but yet here we are. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, my goodness.
Turn Ben Myers and Evan Rodriguez into one player, they'd be pretty good.
Dude, not bad.
Not good. Sorry, fam.
It's all good. I was just going to gloss over it and not put you on blast, but Chad had different ideas.
Chad's hit me up on it.
We were literally talking during the game where it's like, yeah, there's some names in hockey that it's like, yeah, that guy's just Paul now.
Yeah. You just call him something else.
It's fine.
Stick to nicknames. That's what I've learned. Stick to nicknames.
What were we saying?
Georgiev not sealing off the short.
What I didn't like about that one was that he looked really out of position.
Yep.
If you get beat from a sharp angle like that, like how many times have we had this conversation where it's like, yeah, that's just a great shot. Like you want him to save it from that angle, but wow, what a shot! I didn't think he made Sam Bennett like really work for that one. From that same side angle, but the camera that's like down a little bit lower, like. That just looked like Bennett said, yeah, I've got this entire short side of the net.
Yeah.
And it's never a good thing when your goalie is standing there like this after the puck went in.
What?
Still on his feet. It's like, oh, you didn't know where you were.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Thankfully, the Avs kind of got everything off the goal scoring schneid.
You messed us up, Blaise. Now we're all messing up words.
Now we can't speak. Devon Towes is the one to put in the third goal off of a really well put together play where they find him on the back door. His just third goal of the season. How important is it for the Avs, one, to break out of their goal scoring slump, and two, to carry this goal scoring momentum forward?
I mean, it's huge, right? Like the 5-on-5 hockey has got to get better. And Matt Towes just does a great job there. See what I did?
I got you there.
I heard that passively, and I don't know if you saw my head snap. I was like, no way you did it again.
I think it'd be hard to get from Devon to Matt.
Yeah.
That'd be a tough one.
You'd think it'd be hard to get from Evan to Ben,
No,
but here we are.
I can see Evan to Ben. There's some similar letters there. There is no crossover between Devon and Matt.
No, but going back to that, I mean, like, the Avs have to pick up the 5-on-5 hockey, right? Like, that's most of the games played on that. Obviously, special teams is important, but if you are not scoring on 5-on-5, it's a big issue.
Yeah, it's just that's the meat of offense. You have to be getting 5-on-5 goals. If you know the Avs had a run early in the season with all the injuries where their power play is really carrying them, and you're fine with that given the context. You're depleted. You're down a lot of guys. You need some special teams to carry you. That's fine. What carries you through the season and through the playoffs is your 5-on-5 play. They need to get that going. You couldn't come home with no 5-on-5 goals on the trip. They get a power play goal. They get a shorthanded goal. They get a goal at 5-on-5. They get a goal with an empty net.
And one more.
They touched them all tonight. You're feeling good coming back with that win.
Yeah.
That power play goal comes after they get up 3-2. And look, you've had a night where you got a goal from Logan O'Connor. You got a goal from Matt Nieto. You got a goal from your defense and Devon Towes. On the power play, who else? It's Nathan MacKinnon that steps up.
He was fantastic in the back half.
What ends up being the game winner, it's just the dude that they need right now. On this hockey team, we've talked about them not having Landy around a lot.
Yeah.
Mikko has struggled to put pucks in net coming back from the All-Star break. Nathan MacKinnon is him. He's also our king of the game tonight. Ends up with 2 goals and an assist, nearly 24 minutes of time on ice. I don't know what to say because the truth is, on any given night, Nathan MacKinnon can be the best player in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know how to give him more praise than that.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he was great. There's 2 minutes left in this game.
I know.
It was the response to the second goal when Florida tied the game up. That was what really impressed me. You could just tell that, and it was the next shift, by the way. We were talking about, was it the next shift or was it just a minute later? It was the very next shift. Nathan MacKinnon went out there, and he was just possessed. Like, he was like, yeah, we're not doing this again. I've brought it up a couple times how he got like kind of annoyed when I asked him about the struggle with the third periods in those last 2 games going into the All-Star break, and he was like, look, we've had some really good third periods. No one's talked to me about that, but blah, blah, blah. And that was... like, it was like that attitude that I thought he was playing with after that second goal. Where it was like, I'm not answering any more questions about us falling apart. If I have to go out and drag us kicking and screaming to a win here, I'm going to do it. And really, he kind of did. He factored in on the 3 next goals.
Yep.
Thanks for coming.
They got the job done, thanks to Nathan MacKinnon.
It was a hard one, though, tonight to pick. There's a few guys there where you're like, all right.
Yeah.
They had great games.
Yeah.
We'll get to Devon Towes in a second. What you didn't have trouble picking tonight, Blaise, DNVR on DraftKings Sportsbook. You go 3 for 3, you make a lot of money. It's that easy. Just follow Blaise's bets.
Especially when one's plus 500.
Boom.
Yeah.
Easy money just like that. Use the DNVR code when you sign up with DraftKings. You still have time to go bet on the Super Bowl. Bet $5 with the new account. Get $200 in free bets. Bet that on whatever you want. You can go left, right, up, down, or center. You can do parlays. You can bet it on a UFC parlay and lose money because I don't know anything about the UFC. But that's all right. It's still fun. Go wherever you want with it. Must be 21 and older. Colorado only. Other terms, restrictions, and conditions apply. See show notes down below for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700 before you get yourself set up with FOCO. Anything you need as far as sports, merchandise, and apparel, FOCO has you covered, especially when it comes to your local teams. Bobbleheads, they absolutely crush. They have Crocs, they've got jackets, they've got, I don't even know, blankets. They have crazy weird stuff. They also have normal stuff. You got to check it out. Get yourself in on FOCO.com. Use code DNVR to get 10% off your order. Third period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. This third period was fun.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fun hockey. Like, obviously, it gets a little bit clenchy for Colorado at the end, but it was genuinely 2 good teams going at each other. And there was virtually no turtle from Colorado. They end up with 49 shots on goal at the end of the game. I really have very, very little to complain about.
I mean, it was really interesting, too, from the Avs side, because you have seen where in the past they just go into that, prevent defense, if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it there. But,
turtle.
Yeah, turtle, whatever. But it was kind of like a wide open game in the third still.
Yeah.
Especially, so I really thought the first half of the third was a little bit more of what we've seen from the Avs in the past. It's like, we got to lead, and we're going to keep pushing.
Yeah.
We're going to keep pushing play up ice. We're going to make you guys beat us. Now, I felt like when they gave up the 1 goal, the dynamic changed a little bit, but it's to be expected because right after they give up that goal, the Evan Rodriguez penalty comes just a couple minutes later, and then the empty net, and you're just kind of into survival mode. But yeah, really, for the most part, I thought you were pretty happy with this.
Now, puck luck matters.
Yeah.
The Avs give up the 1 goal. They think they give up the game-tying goal on the penalty kill. It ends up not going in off the post and out. First of all, a little bit of a weird play. You had multiple Panthers players start celebrating.
Yep.
You had Sam Girard with the puck reacting like he thought it went in the net, and then play just goes on.
Yeah.
You don't see stuff like that very often.
No, and really, I've been watching hockey on TV for as long as I can remember. I feel pretty comfortable in my ability to track the puck on TV. Yeah. I was fairly certain that hit the back of the net and then came out. I was very confused when play continued because we were all saying, like, oh, we'll hear the horn here in a second. And then Blaise, you're like, well, they haven't blown the horn yet. And we're like 60 seconds later, so...
penalties
usually
over.
Toronto's pretty quick on those, chiming in, hey.
Like, honestly, the Burakovsky goal against Nashville last year, sitting in the arena, I told the person next to me, like, well, there's one, and they kept playing. I was like, damn, I thought for sure that went in. And I felt, very vindicated when it had. But I had the exact opposite tonight where I was like, I'm positive that went in, and
Nope.
I can't believe this is continuing on. Yeah,
Sometimes wrong.
big break for the Avs.
And look, sometimes all it takes is one.
How many times have we said in the last couple of weeks they needed a break there? Damn,
Yeah.
that sucks they didn't get a break. They got a break there.
Yep. You take them where you can get them, and you don't say sorry.
Yeah.
That one goes the Avs' way. They continue to play good enough hockey through the rest of the third. Again, after being a little bit shook, I would say they calmed down again. Played the hockey they needed to play. Mikko could have had his 200th goal, but said no thank you.
You deferred.
Gave it to MacKinnon for the empty netter
Yeah.
to get to your 5-3 final. If every game was like that, it would be exhausting. Shots
Yeah.
ended up 49-43, I think it was.
I think there is a little bit of context there with the Avs. You're down McCarr already. You're down
You
McCarr and
lose
Manson. You
EJ
lose
in
EJ.
the game. Fair
And now
point.
suddenly Brad Hunt, Curtis McDermott, and Andres Englund are eating a lot more minutes than you would normally.
Yeah.
So I think that is just another thing to add to this where you got to feel pretty good that with half your D-core out, half your regular D-core out, you came out of playing against a good team with a win.
But and with those guys out, you got an A game from Devon Towes tonight.
Yeah, great point.
He stepped up. He was the number one D for the Avs tonight that got the job done.
Yep.
And really, you look at it and you're asking, all right, if your goalie plays solid, if you get one defenseman that steps up and you get one forward that steps up, the Avs are probably winning the hockey game.
You're good.
Sometimes the math ain't complicated. We got some super chats to get to here. $2 from Vaguely Sober, who says, where everyone crying, Avs going to miss the playoffs. I mean, I think we all knew better than that. I like to think we grow as human beings, and today we're a better version of ourselves. And the Avs are going to make the playoffs.
I think I've already hit that peak. I'm just going on the other side of that now.
All right, so we're good until we hit Blaise's age.
Yeah.
We got some time.
Downhill. Dumber every day.
Dumber every day.
$2 from Ryan, who says, does Jesse ever not wear shorts? Jeez.
It's true.
I like how he color matched them with his shoes. It's good work.
Wasn't fully intentional, but thank you.
Nicely done.
I would have to point out, I haven't seen AJ in pants in months.
That's true. He
And no
doesn't-
one ever
yeah.
says a word. I wear shorts once. Suddenly I'm the shorts
But
guy.
see, he's got the shorts that go down to
Yeah,
like...
yeah, the and ones, yeah.
So he gets away with it a little bit. Thank you for the
Can't
two,
see the
Ryan.
gams.
I was going to say, it's a little too above the knee, maybe.
$2 from D-Grow, who says, love the G-Man tonight. I thought he was a little up and down tonight. I thought he had some good moments. I thought he also had a struggle at times.
That's what you live with Gerard, though.
Yeah, you're
It
going to
is.
get some up and down. The reality is he's not a top pairing D.
No, and they're not asking him to be.
Well, and you like that he takes chances here and there. It's
Right.
just, again, it's with the pairings, right?
I do think and that's a big confidence dude, too.
Yeah.
When he's feeling it, he'll go.
Yep.
And when he's not, he makes mistakes.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, Gerard continues to be effective finding ways to produce. Even if I personally don't love his shot, he's finding ways to get in there and be involved in quality, positive ways, despite what the chat thinks about him being only negative. Not going to go into it tonight. I would say kind of the same story with Bowen Byram. He does a lot of good things. Alongside Devon Towes, kind of gets torched on the Avs' third goal. Both of them don't communicate. They both take the same guy.
Yeah.
Taves really doesn't cover the pass through the seam very well. And again, Jesse, like you said, not on Georgiev at all when it becomes a one-goal game. Can't really ask him to stop that. So it is what it is. Ultimately, Avs get the job done. Avs get the 2 points on Minnesota lost last night.
Yeah.
Dallas loses tonight. The climb happens quick sometimes.
The problem right now is that the Wild are winning.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, the Avs now have a game in hand on the Wild, and I feel like the Wild are just playing like every night.
Yep. They play a lot. And the Avs aren't about to
Oh,
play.
never mind. They're losing now. They were up 1-0. Now they're losing 2-1.
There you go. So the Avs could hold sole possession of third. Technically, they were in third already. But
Yeah.
they could straight up hold it depending on how that game goes.
Yep.
The schedule continues to be weird for Colorado. 2 days off, back-to-back.
Yep.
Random game on the weekend, followed by a back-to-back, followed by 4 days off, followed by a back-to-back. So it's not like the Avs are about to play a ton of hockey games. Going to continue to be weird to balance the schedules, looking up and down all over the rosters and things like
How
that.
high were the schedulers when they made that?
This whole year's schedule, man, has been wild. Then we get to March, and it's matinee weekends every weekend.
Love it.
It's just all over the place. Anyway, final thoughts on tonight, and we'll make way for the Nuggets W show as well.
2 goals from your depth, 2 goals from Nate, a goal from your defense. You cannot be mad about that.
Yeah. Ben Rodriguez and Matt Taves, man, they were so good
Sick
tonight.
players.
Sick players.
All righty. We appreciate all y'all hanging out. It's nice to have Dr. Dubs back. All of y'all with us. Feeling the good vibes tonight.
Hell yeah.
Let's bring some positive vibes a little bit more, maybe.
Let's go.
Manifest what you want to happen in the world. We are going to get out of here for tonight. We are brought to you by Athletic Greens. Before we do, though, go to athleticgreens.com/avalanche to get yours today. Look, MacKinnon certainly had his today. He was flying. If you want to move like that, if you want to make sure you're taking care of your health, Athletic Greens has you covered top to bottom. When you order, you get a year's supply of vitamin D as well. So check them out, athleticgreens.com/avalanche today. All right, we love you. We will be back on Tuesday. We get 2 days off. It happens occasionally.